All right, well, here we go, Coach. What a roller coaster of a weekend. um, just before we get into the game, talking about those 24 hours and the emotions of all that.
Yeah, in case somebody doesn't know, we were ahead for the whole game playing St. John's. Incredible atmosphere here at Bethel, and St. John's is national power, and it was a surreal experience, a great time. But we're win. Last play of the game, we lose, and just talk about heartbreak and stuff like that. And this game causes that, and it's kind of the good part of it too. You got to fight through some tough stuff, but there's a lot of joy too. So anyway, get home and kind of making it through. But I slept like a baby Saturday night. I woke up every 2 hours and cried. But it was kind of tough to work through. But you're also thankful that what I mean. So really, for us as coaches and as even fans and our kids, as we want to take it right. We're grateful for all things at all times, and that's not just when everything's good. And so keeping that perspective and doing those things that way and thinking right was a chore. And then we felt like there was a real small chance, and some things happened that made it a little better chance, but we're kind of, quite frankly, thinking we won't get in. But then at 4:30, it was announced that we're in the playoffs, and there's all kinds of fun stories about that. But my wife and I were home and screaming, and neighbors were a little irritated, but I think they understood, the ones close by. But a lot of fun, and it was interesting too. I was trying to figure out which, I'm drowning in my sorrow, so which potato chip and which chocolate to eat next, and kind of watching a football game. I went from that, to holy cats, I got about 95, so we're making arrangements, calling their coach, hotels, all the different things that you have to do when you make the playoffs. And so it went from blah to holy cats, this is a blast, so we're really excited, and that's where we are now. And now, we have to face a team that is pretty stinking great in central of Iowa. They, nationally, obviously they're the 8th or 9th ranked team in the country for a reason. They're ridiculous offensively. They're really good defensively, but it gets overshadowed. Their quarterback, Blaine Hawkins, he's threw for like 50 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. It's like, But we're excited to go down there and play.
Yeah, so going back to the St. John's game, the nature of that game leaves so many coulda, shoulda, wouldas, but there's also so many really great moments in that game. But now, what are your takeaways from that game?
Yeah, takeaways, first of all, we kind of came out, the crowd's great, kind of going crazy. High respect on the field, especially the two teams really, we think St. John's, they're the benchmark, and there's kind of it's neat to play them, and you can get disappointed quite often, but the game was back and forth, but we opened up, we got a turnover, and then right away scored. Joey Kidder just playing lights out all the time, and Rossi's doing a great job, and really all of our receivers, Micah and Newald and Ellingson, all these guys together, Gabe Ante, young guys doing great things. Kunkel's been a rock, and so offensively we're doing great things, defensively doing, getting after it, and so we take the lead and do all the great things to get to where we are, and then second half comes and we do some things and we block a punt. There's just the game. If my heart wasn't so involved in it, I would have thought it was the greatest game ever, and I've heard that, but kind of roll my eyes. When you lose by one, you kind of, some really fun stuff gets erased, and we need to protect don't do that. We need, as a staff, I said that we need to go back and when we have a minute, we need to go back and kind of go over some things, good and bad, and that'll grow us. So.
Yeah, so now you got to regroup, and like you said, you get the challenge of facing one of the most high-powered offenses in the country in Central. How has the team responded so far this week, and then what do you got to do to slow a team like that down?
Yeah, it's a regroup, but sometimes regroup means, well, we got to regroup. This is like, hey, regroup, we're going. So we're still alive and we're still going, and we have a good team. We have one of the best teams in the country, and certainly a competitive team. And the joy, it's hard to explain, but the joy of, we would have had a meeting in the underground on Monday, and it would have been cool because we're together, but instead we had practice out on the field at the BU, and whew, that was amazing, But then you get to grow. You get another week to where practice is, if we went out there, we can go out there and practice, and nobody's going to show up, including me, but we got an adventure Saturday, and so now we get to go. So the regroup, mentally is not very hard, because we'd rather regroup than, kind of feel bad. But so I'm really pleased with the kids. We've been practicing really well for a long time, and that's the great part about being in the mix all the time. And so we're practicing well and doing new things and trying to figure out how to maybe slow down Central. We're not going to stop them, but want to slow them down, and then hopefully outscore them. And but the guys being able to be together with adventure is a stinking blast. So.
It's awesome. So this opponent with Central has kind of created a fun reminiscing back to the 2007 West Region Championship game, the Slush Bowl down there. What are some of your favorite memories of that game?
Well, I'm getting a lot of texts, especially from those guys. We played them in the Final 8, I guess, to go to the Final 4, and we won the game down there, but it was like seriously 5 inches of slush. And Logan Flannery was a freshman, and that's when I knew he was a tough kid, but he's a great running back for us back in the day. He's the leading rusher in the history of our league, but that day he carried the ball 32 times, and he scored a couple touchdowns, so 29 times at least. It was like he was diving into an ice bath. And I think he thought he was going to die, but he's a freshman, you're not allowed to. So, but he's just a tough kid and made it through. But he played great, a lot of different guys, and so we won that game. But it was incredibly memorable, and so we've got that, and we even had to stay overnight. The weather was so bad, and there's a lot of memories, and I'm getting them from everybody all over. But it's really it's a privilege to be in the playoffs. We love playing Central. They're probably not as happy about drawing us, but we are gonna, it's gonna be a great football game. Two of the best teams in the country, and going down there to have a blast. And here we go.
Yeah, well, it should be a little bit better weather this time.
Yeah.
So let's go get them.
Yeah, by quite a few degrees and less moisture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's go get them.
Can't wait.